This morning on today's Healthy Heart, 5 easy ways to keep your ticker in full working order. February is American Heart Month, a good time to remember that 1 in every 3 deaths is caused by heart disease. So, what can you do to avoid becoming a statistic? Dr. Keri Peterson is an internist and a contributor to Women's Health magazine. Keri, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Willie.
So 1 in 3 deaths, that amounts to about 2,200 deaths per day. Staggering statistics. This is Awareness Month. It feels like the message is out there, but are people getting it?
Well, unfortunately, I must say that the well-being of Americans is actually on the decline ever since the economic recession began. There was a Gallup Healthways Wellbeing Index that found that obesity and smoking are on an upward trajectory since then, and it's probably just because people are stressed and just not taking as good care of themselves.
All right, let's look at 5 ways to change that then. Number 1, you say eat plants and fish. Let's start with the plants and the vegetables and fruits. Where do we start?
Sure. There's 2 main groups you want to get. The first is those that are rich in antioxidants, and these are those really colorful fruits like pomegranates and blueberries and tomatoes and spinach, and they function to prevent buildup of plaque in the arteries. Then there's the potassium-containing fruits and vegetables. These are oranges, bananas, and mushrooms, and these lower the blood pressure. So you should get about 5 to 9 servings every day of some fruit or vegetable.
And we talk about fish. We often hear the term omega-3s. What are they and why are they so important?
Omega-3s are found in all sorts of fatty fish like salmon and sardines and rainbow trout. And what these do is they lower the triglycerides and they lower your blood pressure. And at Women's Health, we recommend getting a 4-ounce serving twice a week, which is about the size of a deck of cards, to get the benefits.
Twice a week, a deck of cards. Okay, good to remember. Number 2 on your list, cut out the fatty foods. What are the worst offenders here?
The worst are the saturated fats and the trans fats. Now, the saturated fats, those are found in butter and meat and whole fat dairy. These elevate your bad cholesterol, and you really should limit them to 7% of your daily calories. Now, the trans fats, they're even worst offenders. They not only raise the bad cholesterol, but they lower your good cholesterol. And these are found in margarine and shortenings and pastries and fried foods, lots of stuff. And that should be limited to 1% of your daily calories a day.
1%. Okay. Number 3, you say know your risk. What does that mean?
Know your risk, know your numbers. Basically, you need to know what your risk factors are for heart disease so that you can proactively address them. So your numbers, you need to know your cholesterol, your blood sugar, and your blood pressure. And you need to know your family history. If you have a female in your family that's had a heart disease under the age of 65, or a male that's had heart disease under the age of 50, you are at greater risk.
Okay, number 4 is exercise. This is one we all know we have to do, and we all don't do it. So let me just ask on behalf of Americans, what's the minimum amount of exercise I can do to help myself?
The minimum, according to the American Heart Association, is 30 minutes 5 days a week. And it doesn't have to be extensive, just brisk walking. Take a friend.
See, that sounds like a lot to people, though. 30 minutes 5 days a week.
30 minutes 5 days a week. Let's get home, put your coat down, put your Walkman on, just go for 30 minutes around the neighborhood with a friend. You're done. Just
get the heart moving even if it's walking.
Yes.
Okay, number 5, stop smoking. Another one that sounds pretty obvious but difficult for people.
2 to 4 times more likely to have heart disease if you're a smoker, and it just creates the perfect storm for a heart attack. Narrows your vessels, elevates your blood pressure, and thickens your blood. And if you don't want to do it for yourself, consider the people that you're smoking around, because secondhand smoke exposure also puts those people at risk for heart disease as well.
All right, just to recap, eat plants and fish, cut out the fatty foods, know your risk, exercise, and stop smoking. Dr. Keri Peterson, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Good advice.